Hello, everyone. Today we have some very exciting news to share and to discuss with our founder and CEO, Tom Christopher. Tom, thank you so much for being here today.
Again, Laura, pleasure to chat with you, and a very exciting day for TCG.
This week, the Christopher Group was recognized by Forbes as one of the top 200 best executive recruiting firms, again in 2020. This is so exciting. And Tom, what does this honor mean for the Christopher Group?
Well, thanks, Laura. It's a great question, and I don't want to sound trite, but it truly is, a team effort. This really goes back 22 years ago when my wife and I founded the firm, and during our own HR executive careers as generalists, we had the honor of working with some of the big firms, Korn Ferry, Spencer Stewart, Heidrick & Struggle, Russell Reynolds, as well as quite a few boutique firms. And they're good firms with good people in them. Matter of fact, many of our competitors to this day are small boutiques that were founded by former search practitioners from the big houses. And all of those firms run on a very clear path, which is very big in marketing and hit and miss on delivery and execution. We decided we were going to go in a very different direction. We decided that in our firm we wanted to focus 90% of our efforts on flawless execution of searches, of bringing a much greater rigor and scientific methodology to identifying talent and assessing it, placing a huge premium on going after passive candidates, not active candidates, and then finally having assessment and executive assessments be our defining characteristic. And quite frankly, spend 5-10% of our time marketing ourselves and trying to bring in new work. We thought, build it and they will come. If you build a better mousetrap, then the work will follow. And here we sit 22 years later. We are the largest HR boutique in the United States and have been for several years running. And we're very honored to receive this in addition to numerous other awards that we've received over the last years. And this one's particularly special because this comes out of a survey of 18,000 HR professionals as candidates and as clients, and they have to name the firm or firms that they feel do it best. And we were the only HR boutique to make it last year, the only HR boutique to make it this year. And so it's a tremendous honor for us, this one in particular, to be named through the nomination process of other HR executives and practitioners who say that TCG does search better than anybody else. And so really profoundly humbled and grateful.
And why does TCG continue to be the most trusted and preferred search firm for our clients and candidates over the years?
That's a good question. I mean, I could give you my subjective opinion, but it's probably just a little bit biased. But, we do conduct an annual survey of our clients and our candidates to say what sets us apart and what's important. And quite frankly, we've built our model based on feedback we've received from our longstanding clients and candidates. I think, and the results of those surveys are consistent. Number one, candidates and clients routinely say that the high-touch customer service experience that we provide is unparalleled, that we are not a transactional firm, we are truly a relational firm, and we're with you from the start of the search to the finish. Second, that we go after passive candidates, we don't go after actives, we don't run ads, we don't do blasts, we don't do stacking, which a lot of firms do, which is a fancy way of saying sitting around a table and throwing paper at one another. But rather we go out and we have access to 96% of the named HR professionals in the U.S. through technology we have bought. And we go into targeted shops and targeted companies. We find the highest performers with the best potential out of the targeted companies and verticals our clients want, and that's who we recruit. 3, unlike any other firm, we actually put every candidate we submit through 5 to 7 hours of assessments. It's a 4-point assessment process, proprietary, protected, and incredibly predictive. We fill 93% of our searches in the first 2 slates. So it's a very targeted approach based on a very rigorous assessment process. And as our clients say, I'm paying you, so I don't have to kiss a lot of frogs to find the prince. I want to see 3 people, and I want to be in love with at least 2, if not all 3. And so it's that targeted approach that I think really carries a lot of weight. And then finally, in our company, we have a saying that nothing sells better than goodness. And we push on that, and we really drive that culturally. And that's about being really good at what you do through constant training and development of our people, as well as be good to one another, be good to our candidates, be good to our clients, be good to our vendors, be good to complete strangers, be good to your family. And there's a very defined set of values that our company runs by to make sure that we live up to that. So long way around the barn. It is planful. It is deliberate. We take a lot of pride in it. We get somewhere between 170 and 200 calls a year for searches. We only take about 110, 120. We limit it so we can maintain the quality and so we can provide our guarantee, our legendary guarantee, which is we guarantee performance. If you're not happy, we don't deliver on time on schedule, anything you paid us is fully refundable. And in now 22 years, we have not had a client requested refund. So, I think those are some of the key points that helped us to get to where we are today. And we, again, very humbled and very blessed.
And what does the future hold for TCG, and what exciting things can we expect?
Yeah, so we're really pleased. We, of course, have our contained search product, which is a retained search product with a contingent risk profile, pay for performance, and clients really, really seem to like that. As you know, we formally launched last year our interim HR leadership division as well as our freelance consultant divisions, and those businesses are doing incredibly well. We've got a lot of clients subscribing because it's a fantastic lower-cost alternative to going to the Aon Hewitts and the Mercers and paying hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars to get fairly junior consultants in. At least that's the feedback we hear. Rather, we have consultants we bring in without all the infrastructure, without all the overhead, without all the sky boxes at the sports stadiums, and we're able to put in a much heavier weight consultant at typically about half the price of what the large consulting houses are charging because we don't have all that overhead. So we're going to continue to grow those businesses. And finally, we have been making some strategic hires to help us accommodate all the work. We recently brought on board a new vice president and equity partner. Pam Noble is joining us, and she'll be heading up our diversity and inclusion practice as well as helping us on our freelance consulting side, as well as doing broad-based generalist executive HR searches. Pam is just an unbelievable HR executive, former CHRO, impeccable HR shops that she's been rotated through, and we're very honored to have her. We have 3-4 other HR executives that we're currently in discussions with, and we want to be and continue to be the #1 alternative when you have HR needs, that you come to our marquee boutique firm, and you're going to get the best and brightest talent at the best prices versus the frustrations and overcharging or just say high charging that tends to go with the bigger shops and what they provide. So very excited continuing to bring on great talent that will provide amazing services to our clients.
Well, congratulations again to you and the firm. I look forward to our podcast over the next weeks of our conversations on important topics within the industry.